Hi friends, it's a pleasure to be with you once again as always to tell you another story. Today's story makes us reflect on what we attract into our lives. Everything is vibrating and we attract those things that are vibrating at the same frequency.
Now that I've already given you a hint about what today's story is about, let's get started with
Attracting the equivalent. The cuckoo clock announced 5 o'clock in the afternoon with 5 chimes. When Zoraida yawned as she went on rocking in her hammock chair.
In the backyard, black pigeons were making an unpleasant sound, as if they were choking.
The doorbell rang and Zoraida stood up. She was waiting for Amanda, her best friend. They were both retired, so they had free time together in the afternoons.
Zoraida's house was gloomy. The curtains were always drawn and there was a musty smell.
Amanda had made a chocolate cake, and Zoraida had prepared some tea to share with her friend.
As they had tea, they went on talking about their lives. It seemed to be a competition over who was the most negative.
If one told a horrible fact, complaining non-stop, the other would hit back with a worse story. Everything in their lives seemed to be a disaster.
I'm so worried, Zoraida said, showing her black front tooth. She had an accident a few years ago and hit her front teeth. Internal bleeding left one of them black.
My son was fired last week and my granddaughter broke her leg while she was practicing sports, Zoraida said. Oh, that's horrible, Amanda replied and added, my nephew almost died last Saturday at a disco. A guy had carried a gun, got drunk, and started firing bullets in the air. That's awful, Zoraida exclaimed and asked her friend, didn't I tell you that my dog died? And she started weeping. That scene was repeated day after day. Melanie, Zoraida's niece, went with her brother Patrick to visit her on her birthday. After leaving her house, Patrick asked her sister,
"Where is the next bridge to commit suicide?"
And Zoraida has no cure, always so negative.
Melanie said, laughing. 3 months after her birthday, Lucille, Zoraida's daughter, found her mother dead in her hammock chair, showing her black front tooth. She had had a massive cardiovascular accident. Lucille lived with Zoraida. She was a spinster and a sad woman.
Her mother's death had affected her a lot, and she was struggling to avoid falling into depression.
She always dressed gloomily and often missed work because she was ill.
Melanie, her cousin, visited her regularly to help her overcome that difficult time.
Lucy, you should change your way of facing problems. Think of all the reasons you have to be grateful to life, Melanie told her.
Yeah, but I don't know how to go on,
Lucy said.
First of all, you have to move to another house. This one will always remind you of your mother. I can help you find a suitable place,
Melanie told her.
Thank you, Mel. You're so kind.
Lucy answered. This weekend, I'll pick you up and we can go shopping. I think you could use some colorful clothes and a big smile.
Yeah, but I want to cry all the time.
Smile, even if you don't feel like it. The body and mind respond to stimuli, so you'll start feeling better soon. You often get sick because feeling sad frequently can affect your immune system.
The following weekend, they bought some really nice clothes for Lucille. She looked younger and prettier in her new outfits. Melanie went on to encourage her to find another place to live. Finally, Lucy sold the house and moved to a comfortable and luminous flat in a quiet neighborhood.
Lucy, maybe you could think about finding a boyfriend. You're still young, and it's worth thinking about the opportunities ahead if you'd like to start a family.
Melanie told her.
Yeah, but I'm not used to hanging out with friends and I don't really meet new people.
Lucy said.
Now that you have new clothes, you should show them off. Next Saturday, we are getting together with some friends at home, and we'd love to have you join us.
Melanie told her.
Lucy was looking forward to the weekend. It had been years since she went to a party. She always stayed at home with her mother. That Saturday, she dressed smartly, put on makeup, applied perfume, and went to Mel's.
Once there, Melanie introduced Tim to her. He was an accountant that worked in the same office as Mel.
Tim was a 45-year-old widower who had lost his wife in an accident 2 years ago.
As soon as he saw Lucy, he was drawn to her. It was love at first sight. The relationship progressed rapidly, and in a short time, they were planning their wedding. I'm so happy for you, Melanie told her.
Would you do us the honor of being our godmother at the wedding?
Lucy asked her. Of course, it'll be a pleasure. Let me embrace you, Melanie exclaimed.
I want to thank you, dear cousin, for all the support you gave me.
Lucy told Melanie. That's what family is for, Melanie said enthusiastically. Lucy had a turning point in her life when she changed her way of thinking and acting. Now, everything good came into her life, as if she were a magnet. This story illustrates the law of attraction. Zoraida was a negative person. Consequently, everything that came into her life was negative. She used to gather with a friend who fed back her negativity. But the most dangerous of all is that negativity is contagious. That's why Lucille was also a sad person. Everything is energy. When we vibrate positively, we attract positive things. Positive energy is also contagious. And as we are all interconnected as if we were a net, it's very important to vibrate at high frequencies because that affects others. Lucille was ready for a change, and her cousin's support and right perspective helped her turn her life around. When we change ourselves positively, we not only attract positive things to our lives, but also to our environment. Thank you for being there, dear friends. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and hit the bell button to be ready for another story. Your reflections are valuable to us, so keep in mind that you can share them with others in our community on Facebook, and you can also follow us on Instagram. Remember to be positive because there are so many things to be grateful for. Sometimes we only notice that when we lose them. It's true that we have obstacles to overcome every day, but that doesn't have to make us forget about the blessings we have in our lives and being grateful for them. Your attitude is the key, because in your personal stories, you are the stars.